R2-D2, Your Highness.
Welcome back to Scale Model Kit Review. This is your host, Steve. Up next is the Build Your Own R2-D2 by Model Space D'Agostini. This is issue 52. Here's the magazine, and here are the parts. With the parts here, this is going to be an important step that we need to do for our right leg. We currently have been working on the left leg, but for the right leg, we got to install a sensor calibration panel, and I think it's located in with this packaging somewhere. So when we open this up, we'll look at showing you how to install the sensor calibration panel for the right leg. I'll be right back. We'll open this up, we'll assemble issue 52, then we'll look at the magazine. Here's what's contained within the package of 52. We get this circuit board right here, and the sensor calibration panel is going to be inside this little plastic piece there. It's just a little clear piece, and we'll take this out, we'll get a closer look. Here's a closer look, and you can see we got a sensor control board. Now you want to be careful when you're handling this control board. Any static electricity could really be detrimental to this board, and you could fry some of the electronic chips there. But here's our sensor calibration panel, and that's a very small little piece of plastic that's going to help bring the sensor out on our right leg. I'm going to go ahead and put the control board away. We're not going to install that just yet. All we're going to work on is the calibration panel here on the right. I'll be right back. Here's our sensor calibration panel. I'll take it out of the plastic and we'll get a little bit of a closer look at it. You can see it's just a little thin piece of plastic. Be right back. Here it is. Not very thick, but I think it's going to get our sensor in the right location. So we got to get the right leg out, remove the bottom of it, and install this underneath the sensor. Here's our right leg, and that's our fully assembled right leg actually. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove the 6 screws on the bottom of the panel here, and then once we have those removed, we can take the cover off and we can install our calibration panel underneath the sensor here. I'm going to go ahead and remove the screws, and I'll be right back. Alright, got the screws out. We'll go ahead and take the cover off, and you can see we've got to take this sensor panel loose here, and we'll put the calibration panel underneath it. Here we go. You can see we got the panel removed. We're simply just going to put that in place. Actually, I'm going to put it on this side where I can kind of gauge. What it looks like. We'll screw that back down. And it's back down. Then we'll take the cover, put it back on. I'll put the 6 screws in and I'll be right back. And there you have it. We completed issue 52. We put the sensor panel underneath the little sensors here, and what it did, it brought them up a little closer so they work a little bit better during the operation. So kind of shimmed them out a little bit, as they call it. We had to take the panel off to do that, put the panel back on. So we are finished with that. So let's go ahead and look at the magazine, and after that we'll get a preview of what issue 53 looks like, which is a whole new pack. Waiting for the new pack to come in. And when it does, we'll have 4 more issues to build. So stay tuned for that. Happy modeling, everybody. Here's the magazine for issue 52. Let's get a close look at it. We start off with the Enter the Emperor. Nice article on that. Got about 3 pages dealing with Ian McDiarmid. Very nice there. Then we talk about the Cyborgs Part 2. Gets into a little bit of from the movie and also from the cartoon. We continue on with that. Nice article on that. I mean, just getting the articles here in the magazine is worth the subscription. You may not have a whole lot to do with some of the issues as far as building, but you're accumulating parts and accumulating parts until you can actually have a good build there where you can start installing stuff. And then we get into robots in Japan. 4 pages on that. Then they talk about what we received in this issue, which was our our sensor control board and sensor calibration panel, which we did already, and how to install that. And then they give us a great little preview here of what we're receiving with the next pack that we receive in the mail, which will be issue 53.